Josh, you're on candid camera, boy. So here's what I want you to tell me. Tell me about them being out on the ranch and coming to town dancing again.
Well, we worked on these ranches out in Montana. We'd get about 1 or 2 days off a month. And when we'd come to town, we'd go to the bars and everybody'd be twirling around and spinning and whatnot. It was pretty fancy dancing, but I didn't know anything about it. And by the end of the evening, though, if you had enough drinks, you could twirl somebody around enough they'd dance with you. But
Well, where was Rick from? Colorado?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. He started dancing in high school or something like that, though, he was saying. He did it and like went around in competitions and traveled around doing it. So I went down to Gesundheit and he started teaching these classes. So Katie and I had been going down there. It was a lot of fun. And not only just like Western stuff, but jazz. And Katie and I actually picked up more on the jazz than any of the other stuff. We were pretty good jazz dancers. Swing dancing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tried to trade him that Stetson I have up there for one of his hats, but he told me he paid $400 for that hat and he wouldn't trade it. But I'll tell you what else happened. I went up there one day with Cassandra, and I had that case knife on me,
Yeah.
and he said, "Could you leave the knife in the truck?"
Really?
Yeah. He said some of them folks up there wouldn't understand. So I said, okay, but that was awful funny, wasn't it?
That's pretty weird. It really is.
Yeah. But I like him. Well, did you ever know, what was his name? The brother.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Did you know Wild Man?
Yeah.
He was crazy.
I worked over there for...
Oh, you worked? I remember you worked. Boy, it was good that he left. He was no good for that place.
Oh, he was, batshit crazy.
Yeah.
A little bit.
What was that? You were working on that last building. I remember now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot better that you're working on your own now.
Yes, it is.
But I remember when they came here, and they just had a trailer. And I remember when they put the pond in. And,
I bet those were pretty wild times.
oh, yeah, we used to party up there. Oh, yeah. It was
I
wild.
imagine.
It was wild up there. Boy, they had some...
I've heard some stories from...
Well, they were true. They had some talent up there. Yeah, they did. But he was just scamming. What's the patch?
Well, he's been good at it, but still is. 30-some-odd years later.
Yeah.
So.
But they're still not giving anybody any... There's no hospital. There's no medical care. And they've raised millions of dollars so Patch could party.
They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on a building that doesn't do anything, and it's a hole in the ground. It's nothing.
Right.
It's still just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah. But that pond used to be really clean because I used to drive Julian over and we used to swim in it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the pond's the best thing they ever did on the place.
Yeah. And I love that fire engine. Yeah. But you know what? They chew them up and spit them out. They get all these idealistic people to come and, work for a while and think everything's working. And then when they leave, they get someone else to come and pick up the pieces.
It's only, everybody has a different time frame, but it's only a certain matter of time when they realize that it's not what it's supposed to be.
No.
And then they move on.
It's a beautiful spot, though. And they're not hurting anybody because the people they're taking money from don't need it.
No.
Right.
Half of it's willed to them.
Yeah.
I've heard of several cases where they just got willed $1 million.
Right. Now, there was a guy who was first there. His name was JJ. And he was Patch's friend. And he was a really good doctor. And he really cared. But when he saw the writing on the wall, he just booked. Come on, you're on camera. You could say something else, buddy.
Cut that thing off.
All right.